A lot of people have asked me how I draw my characters, so in this video, I'm going to explain step by step how I do it. We'll look in detail at how I draw a manga-style face from 3 different views: front, 3/4, and profile. You can follow along, so feel free to grab a pencil or your drawing tablet and draw with me. And speaking of drawing tablets, let me tell you a few words about the Intangbo X7. The Pablo team kindly sent me their tablet, and let me tell you, I was not disappointed. If you're looking to get started in digital art and want a budget-friendly drawing tablet, the Intangbo X7 is for you. This tablet arrives in a really pretty box with everything you need to make digital art inside. So, inside the box there's, well, the tablet, a glove, a hard pen tablet, a pen bag, a cleaning cloth, some really cute stickers, and many other accessories. And all of this for a really cheap price. What's more, the tablet is available in several colors, and of course I chose the pink one. The tablet is very easy to use and is compatible with PC, Android phones and tablets, and Chromebook devices. It was the first time I've drawn with a drawing tablet like that, but after a few dozen minutes, I was already really comfortable with it. So if you're looking for a beginner and budget-friendly drawing tablet, definitely check it out. The link is in the description below. Okay, so let's get back to the video. The character I'm going to draw is this one, Mari. Her design is pretty simple, so there won't be too many details to add. The first thing I do is draw a circle. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect, the one I made isn't perfect at all. Then I divide the circle in 2 with a vertical line. About 2/3 of the way through the circle, I draw a horizontal line for the eyes. For the jaw, I draw a sort of inverted trapeze and connect the ends to form the chin. This line is for the eyes, this one is for the nose, and this one is for the mouth. On the eye line, I draw 2 circles, making sure that the distance between them is 1 circle. Don't forget to flip the canvas. I really recommend doing this, especially at the sketching stage, because it's so annoying when after finishing your drawing, you realize that it's completely deformed. Okay, so then I add the ears, the nose, for which I just make a sort of triangle. I add the mouth and the neck. And that's it for the face structure. This will be our base for adding all the facial features, so it's important to get the proportions right. Once again, don't hesitate to flip the canvas to make sure the face is symmetrical. I reduce the opacity of the layer on which I drew the structure and create a new one. I start by drawing the eyes. I like to draw pretty large and round eyes because they give my characters a cute look. The top and bottom lashes follow the shape of the circle, but I leave a space here. Then I add a few eyelashes on the sides of the eyes. I don't usually draw the nose for a front face, so here I'll just add some gray to the area where I'll put the nose shadow afterwards. I'm also adding thick eyebrows. Someone commented that they liked the look of my characters with their thick eyebrows, and that's when I realized that a lot of my characters had them. I've gotten so used to drawing eyebrows this way that I don't even realize it anymore. Then, for the mouth, I draw a kind of bird, you could say. And by the way, for the proportions of my characters' faces, I draw a lot of inspiration from BGD dolls. And then I draw the irises. I always draw them last and on a different layer because very often my characters look like they're squinting because I'm having a bit of trouble drawing them. And this is what the face sketch looks like. Then I add the hair and clothes. I'm not gonna go into detail about how I draw the hair because I think I will make a whole video dedicated to that. But to keep it simple, I start with a strand like this and add lots of little strands, and then I erase the intersecting lines. And after adding all the details, this is what the sketch looks like. Now that the sketch is finished, let's move on to the line art. I reduce the opacity of the sketch layer and create a new one. I use this brush with the following settings if you're interested. The first thing I draw is the eyes. On top of the eye sketch, I draw lots of little lines to create the eyelashes. I've put the video in real time so you can understand how I do it better. When I'm finished with the eye line art, I take an eraser and erase the inside of the lashes. I think it gives a three-dimensional effect. I add the eyelids and repeat the same process for the other eye. For the eyebrows, I proceed in much the same way, drawing lots of little lines to reproduce the texture of real eyebrows. For the rest of the face, I don't do anything in particular apart from tracing on the sketch lines. I'm just careful to vary the thickness of my line art in certain places, for example in the corner of the mouth. For the hair, it's a bit messy, but I draw lots of little strands and then erase the intersecting lines. Then I add the rest of the details like glasses and clothes and erase the overlapping areas of the face. And that's what the line art looks like. Now that the line art is done, all that's left to do is add black and skin tones. I create a new layer and reduce its opacity. This allows the black to come out as gray so that I can see the line art underneath. So I start by coloring the entire hair in black. Then I erase the light areas. Here I've decided that the light is coming from this direction, so I erase accordingly. I erase trying to follow the movement of the hair. I make lots of little strokes and this is what I get. Now it's time to add the skin tones. I create a layer underneath the black and line art layers. For the hair, I take a dark gray and color the entire area. For the face, I take a lighter gray and add gray to the eyes, nose, neck and forehead. I also add gray to the clothes, then convert everything to skin tones. And here's the result. As for the front face, I start by drawing a circle. I then divide it here with a vertical line. I draw a horizontal line for the eyes at 2/3 of the circle. As the face is not in a front view but a 3/4 view, the trapeze for the jaw will be here, as this space is for the side of the face. I then add 2 circles for the eyes. But since it's a 3/4 view, the further eye will appear more as an oval. The distance between the eyes remains 1 circle. I add a line for the mouth, neck and clothes. And here's what the face structure looks like. I reduce the opacity of the sketch layer and create a new one. I begin by drawing the eyes, following the outline of the circles and leaving a space between the lower and upper lashes. The lashes will go in this direction. To draw the eyes, I use this reference. It helps me visualize the eyes in 3D. This eye will be more oval and flattened than this one. I then add the rest of the facial features using the guidelines I drew earlier. For the face contour, I use the guidelines and make sure that here it follows this shape, otherwise the face will look flat. I then add the rest of the details and boom! After adding the hair and glasses, here's the result. Here is the same process as for the front face, so I'll leave you with the speed paint time-lapse. And here's the result after the line art. Once again, it's the same process as before, so here's the time lapse. And here's the result after the skin tones and black have been added. Oh, the side view. I know it causes a lot of trouble for many artists, but personally it's my favorite view to draw because there's only one eye to do. And let me show you how I do it. I start by drawing a circle and I divide it in two with a vertical line. I then draw another vertical line from the circle and connect the end to form the jaw. For this character, as she has a round face and a small chin, the jaw won't be very large. Then, where the circle and this line cross, I draw the eye line. Then, I make a triangle for the nose. For the eyes, I draw a sort of triangle like this. Then, I add the ear and neck. And this is what the face structure looks like. After reducing the opacity of the sketch layer and creating a new one, I start adding the facial features. Starting with the eyes, I draw the eyelashes like this. The iris, unlike in a frontal view, won't be round but almost rectangular. I add the nose and mouth following the guidelines. The mouth is a bit like a flying bird but on the side. Then I add the ears and neck, and this is what the face looks like. Then I add the hair and clothes, and this is what the sketch looks like. For the line art, I'll proceed in the same way as before, but I'll go into a few details. For the eyes, I'll erase the top of the upper lashes and the inside of the lower lashes to give a three-dimensional look. The pupil will be here and will have a very linear shape as the eyes is seen in profile. And that's it for the details. I'll leave you with the rest of the time-lapse. And here's the result after the line art. Once again, it's the same process as before, so here's the time lapse. And here's the result after adding the skin tones and black. And that's how I draw my characters' faces. I really hope this video has been clear and informative enough. And if you followed the tutorial, don't hesitate to post it on a story on Instagram and tag me. I really want to see your drawings. And if you want to start drawing digitally, there's a link in the description to get the Intangbo X7 tablet. So go check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!